So today is a follow-up on my video that I made yesterday about the natal chart and what your own placements are telling you about what you need to heal in this lifetime. For the most part, you guys were like doing synastry charts with you and your twin flame. So I told you that this is not a synastry chart where you see if you are compatible. Like that was covered in that video. A lot of the comments that I got were, "Oh, my moon is this and their moon is this and their sun is this and their Venus is this." This is not synastry. This is about you and your healing journey. What is your Chiron, your Lilith, your south node, your north node? That's what this is. And it happens to be that sometimes twin flames match those particular placements with their twin sun sign. That's all I was trying to say about this journey. If you guys are not into or understand astrology, a synastry chart is when two soulmates will match, get their natal charts done to see if they are compatible. That is not what we're talking about, and I made that very clear in the last video. However, I do want to address one comment that I got on the channel about, is astrology good or bad? Does it come from the mind? Is it separation consciousness? I want to talk to you a little bit about that. But first, this is Mary, the Twin Flame Alchemist. I'm really happy that you're here. Thank you. If you're new, just make sure you subscribe. And if you're returning, I love you. You know that. The only thing I ask from you is that this is an equal energy exchange. So if this free information is helpful to you, please make sure that you like the video. And let's go ahead and get into it, because I think the astrology via the twin flame journey is triggering some of you. All right, so there is a comment on that last video that says, and I quote, "Astrology comes from the mind, triple exclamation point. Twin flame is one soul, not mind. So whose chart to look at if it's your own energy? It's totally separation consciousness to see twin flame chart and believe his zodiac sign, etc. When journey is about to come out of the mind after ascension, there will be no impulse to do any such analysis." Yes, I get what you're saying, but here's the deal. You are saying the mind is bad, and you can only be soul now, not mind. So I want to actually help you understand that you, in fact, are in separation consciousness with this belief system. If you've watched this channel at all, you realize that you do not need to demonize your mind, because you are in a mind-body complex, soul, mind, body complex. You are a trinity, okay? As above, so below. You are soul in a mind-body complex. You were given your mind on purpose. And we're talking about the law of correspondence here, as above, so below. So if you look at constellations as above, and you look at your natal chart as so below, then this is the law of correspondence. This is how this works in this realm. So there is nothing inherently bad about, number one, your mind, number two, astrology. Now, I made it clear in the last video that this is not about synastry chart doing with your twin flame. And most of you guys responded via synastry chart understanding. And I made it very clear that I don't want you using this information to try to determine who is your twin flame or if your twin flame is compatible with you. Because this commenter is correct. Your twin flame is your soul. However, you still have your natal chart that you were born with, as above, so below. So to demonize astrology as now bad because it doesn't fit with twin flames, I already said that in my last video. But now to even go even further to totally demonize your mind, when you are actually a mind, body, soul complex, you are a trinity, as above, so below. You were given a mind on purpose. Okay, it's not an accident that you are a soul in a mind-body complex. Actually, pure consciousness, God, all that is, gave you a mind-body complex. So there are really toxic teachings out there that twin flames, you cannot think about them. Your mind is bad. Your mind is creating fear-based push energy. Your mind is doing this. Your mind is doing that. And if you ever think about your twin, they will run. I know you've heard this belief system before, but this is toxic and it is crippling for the journey. For the simple fact that you are separating you from yourself. If pure consciousness, God, all that is, put your soul inside of your mind-body complex on purpose as you in this lifetime, then you need to love yourself wholly and stop denying yourself as a mind, quote unquote mind, by saying your mind is bad. It demonstrates to me a misunderstanding of what the mind is. Okay? The mind is just a tool. It is a neutral tool that can be used to build your life, to live it to the fullest. Okay? It doesn't do any harm on its own. It's simply you're using it incorrectly if it's harming you. Does this make sense? It's like I say in the mastermind all the time, your mind is a hammer. It's a tool, but you can use the hammer to knock yourself in the foot over and over again, and it's going to harm you, right? It's your choice to use your mind incorrectly in a way that harms you. But when you're on this ascension path, you know that your mind is part of you. You're a holistic being. There's no need to deny that you have a mind or pretend that it's bad. You can now use it as a tool that it was meant to be, which is your imagination creates reality. Your thoughts create reality. So you need to use it in its proper role. Your mind creates reality. Your imagination creates reality. Whatever you think to be true or perceive your reality to be is what is materialized in the third dimensional plane. So your belief system that astrology is bad and astrology comes from the mind, and that I'm not talking about synastry charts, which is what you're misunderstanding here. It doesn't matter what your twin flame sun sign is. I'm just saying I noticed that it matched, and it matched all the asteroids that need to be healed in this lifetime. So it is not total separation consciousness to see what you need to heal in this lifetime. And as above, the constellations at the time of your birth give you an outline or a blueprint of what you need to do here below. As above, so below. As within, so without. That's all I meant to say there. And the thing is that I just want to make sure that you're not triggered by this because of what your mind is telling you, okay? Your mind is telling you astrology is bad. Astrology is of the mind. Astrology is dangerous. You can't think about your twin. If you think about them, it'll push them away. And the thing is that, you are not a disembodied, formless being now. That's when you quote unquote ascend to become a disembodied, formless being. Yeah, but that's not who you are right now. Who you are right now is a being in form in the third dimensional plane, right? So you can choose to demonize yourself, but that is separation from yourself. Does this make sense? Another thing I want to talk about is, this sounds to me like using spiritual concepts to disassociate from yourself. And I see this a lot in the twin flame community. Even spirituality can become Maya, right? Using spirituality and new ideologies that you pick up in the twin flame community can become a new ego identity that is still Maya. So the interesting thing is I have learned a lot about the teachings of Vedanta, and there are 4 states of being that we come in and out of every day, right? There is, and this is all in the mastermind, that basically there's the waker, which is you identified only as your body in the physical realm. So you're seeking after physical items that you can consume with your physical body. That's the waker. This to me represents the divine masculine energy. Then there's the dreamer, which is also in Maya, but it looks like a spiritual awakening. Okay. So you are consuming subtle objects that are only created from your mind. Okay. So this is dreams, energies, tarot readings, whichever one you want to call them, signs and synchronicities, all the stuff that we happen to experience on the twin flame journey, the super duper spiritual stuff. Guess what? That is still Maya. Even though you're opened up to another realm, it's the realm of the higher chakras, it's the metaphysical realm, it's still Maya. And just because you're awake to it now doesn't mean that you actually have reached enlightenment. So the next one is the sleeper, and that is, you're still, it can be seen as deep sleep where you're not conscious at all, but to me, it also is when you're numbing out and trying to not feel anything. You can use substances as a form of numbing to stop feeling who you are, to stop connecting with yourself. This to me is also the sleeper. But the fourth, it's called the Turiya. That is the fourth state of consciousness that you always are, that is above the other three. So that is pure consciousness. That's the true awakened state. And as the commenter said, that's the soul, right? But the thing is that you are all four of those simultaneously. It's just that the real you is the fourth state, which is pure consciousness. All right, but the thing is that your mind isn't bad. It's just that if you're identifying with it, you're not using the tool correctly. And honestly, if you look around the community, the mind is what is keeping us out of union. So I would ask the reader, is staying away from your own chart, is that fear-based energy? Right? Being afraid of yourself, being afraid of learning more about yourself, putting any energy at all towards your twin because they're you. So why would you be scared of them? The thing is, you shouldn't be scared of your twin. You shouldn't be scared of pushing your energy out on them. You shouldn't be scared of thinking about them or they'll run. Those are all toxic teachings that you need to leave behind. So what would be the worst thing that could happen if you got your chart done and noticed that your Chiron or South Node or Lilith was the same as your twin sun sign? Is that going to make them run? Or is that going to push them away? Is that going to keep you in separation? Because you've been told this, that you're not allowed to put any energy out towards them at all because it's of the mind. Well, that's a belief system. So if you hold that belief system, it will happen for you. It will be true for you. Because the thing is that your thoughts create reality. Your belief systems create what is materialized in your third dimensional plane. So if you have a belief system that is wrapped up in the idea that you cannot put any energy towards them at all, or else they will run, then that is what will happen for you. Because it's your belief system. So I want to challenge you guys to take all of we have created so many taboo things that you're not allowed to do. You can't think about them. You can't push your energy out. You have to be afraid of your fear-based energy. You have to focus on your fear-based energy or they'll run away. You have to balance yourself. You have to do all these things. You can't reach out. You can't do anything. Basically, you've put yourself in a prison. And this journey is not meant to imprison you. It's meant to free you. So if you have any belief systems on your journey that are imprisoning you, the best thing to do now is to let them go. Because if you are in prison, you are not free. And the only person who can free you is you. So any triggers that come up, you want to dig a little deeper inside of the trigger and ask yourself, why? Why is this taboo? Why is this triggering me? Why am I afraid of this? The law of correspondence says, as above, so below. That's just how this reality works. And another thing to question about your belief system is, who's making the rules, right? Is there some sky daddy up there that's checking to see if you're making a synastry chart between you and your twin, and if you ever do, it's a cardinal sin and you'll never be able to be in union. That's not how any of this works, right? So there's nobody keeping score. This journey is about 100% unconditional love. And unconditional love keeps no record of wrong. So guess what? If you wanted to do a synastry chart between you and your twin, it's not going to hurt you. If you have a belief that it won't. If you have a belief that it will, you will create torment for yourself because you're using your mind as a hammer and you're harming yourself with it. You're thinking it's bad. You're thinking something terrible will happen. You think you're going to be in separation consciousness if you do this. And I just want to say I feel very compassionate because I have been there before. I had all these lists and lists and lists of things that I was not allowed to do on the twin flame journey because it was separation consciousness, because it's in the mind, it's you doing all these things. It's bad, and there's no reason to do any analysis because I should be ascended. But this is all spiritual bypassing. Spiritual bypassing is pretending that you are some disembodied spirit that's reached full enlightenment and you don't need anything in your physical body or your physical reality because you have now ascended and you don't need your twin. You're trying to get to a place where you are like floating around in the ethers in this pure bliss enlightenment state. But that is spiritual bypassing because you're here in your body as you now. You're here in your mind-body complex as your soul right now. So come back to your reality. Come back to your body. You don't have to be some disembodied spirit guide now that you're on the twin flame journey. You need to be in your body and you need to embody all of this beautiful spiritual stuff you've been learning without being afraid of it. So this whole journey is about embodiment. It's about self-actualization. It's about being fearless. So if you're afraid of astrology, why? Why are you afraid of it? What will happen? Who is going to make sure you don't get into union because you did it, because you explored it, because you were in the mind, right? You are who you are right now in your physical body, in your mind-body complex as your soul on purpose, because this is you, your life in your incarnation. Do not bypass it. I love you guys. If you want to get past all these silly rules that people made up and you think are absolute, they're not, I want you to join the Twin Flame Alchemy Mastermind. The links are in the description box below. Also, you should do a Twin Flame Alchemy chart. This is about you and your ascension path. What does the as above say about your so below in this lifetime? There's nothing wrong with this information. And when you stop making it taboo, it frees you. All right, you guys, if you want to work with me one-on-one, all the links are in the description box below. And I will see you on the other side. Love ya. Bye.